everyone. This is Rich, and I am back with my friend Mike to review number 3 on Mr. Rich's 5 more on the worst movies that I own. And today we're looking at the film Alien Blood. Now, I thought Fatty Drives the Bus was the worst trauma-released film out there. This one takes the cake. This one's a lot worse. At least this has, at least Fatty Drives the Bus was, at least funny in some parts, where this film, in my opinion, lacks. Here's the rundown. This is the best video ever. It's got a surprising 3.0 on IMDb, an 18 on Rotten Tomatoes, which out of 43 reviews is a liked it. And it's got a 2.5 on Netflix. And now I put the Netflix on there because most of the people that I've talked to that have seen this film, Alien Blood, have seen it through the Netflix because it's on the instant queue. Now, if you want to buy this on Amazon, to the best of my knowledge, this movie's about $35 on Amazon, brand new, and I think in about half that if you want to buy it used. You think that's worth the price?
Even my favorite movies, I don't spend more than $12 for. Hey. That's, okay.
All right. So, what's this movie about?
Okay. I'm the buzzkill. I'm the guy that doesn't agree with any of you. That's just my style. So I think this movie is fantastic. I absolutely love it. And on this Rotten Tomatoes, it basically says something to the effect that there's a pregnant lady, a pregnant alien woman who's trying to protect her baby from a house full of vampires. Yes, it is kind of like that, but, if you think of a typical trauma release, which I would tell you, strangely enough, I don't like traumas. There's 3 traumas I like. That's one of the 4. That might be the 4th one I like. This does sound like a typical trauma movie. It sounds like a big, cheesy, stupid thing by that description. It's not like that at all. It's a really fucking bizarre, strange, moody movie. One minute it seems like a depressing drama or an art film, and there's some weird kind of... The visuals of it, the acting is actually kind of good. Then suddenly you're in a house full of weird vampires where people... how do you say it? You're a house full of vampires.
It's a house full of vampires. It's the last day of 1999. Has some comedy moments in it.
It just is so.
It goes from zany comedy to Deathbed, The Bed That Eats type art moments.
Yeah.
It goes from zany comedy to that. It goes from Animal House to Deathbed.
It completely is bizarre. It makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Vampires that look in the mirror at themselves.
And then they can see themselves. And vampires when they get shot with bullets, they die.
You were out of this film using the toy when all the other vampires hopped in on the one and said surprise with a cross, and he went, oh, you didn't.
I wasn't there for that. And then he bites his tongue or something.
He bites his tongue.
Yeah. And he bleeds.
It doesn't make any sense at all. But it's bubblegum for the brain, and it's I don't know. Like I said, the only time I got worried is when they started pulling out the guns, and I thought it'd be a stupid gun battle like Bad Taste.
Yeah.
So all you people out there who like that sort of thing, just know that I would rather watch that any day than Bad Taste.
What's the movie that you said that you would rather watch, or you would what was the movie, that alien movie?
Okay. No, I changed my mind. I said that I think I did enjoy it as much as Extra, and I'm hope he says that's
Video nasty,
piss everybody off out there in the world. No, Extra is better as these soldiers and the weird clowns and everything, and it's pretty bizarre. This is actually more bizarre.
Well, it's bizarre in the fact that it has vampires in it. You don't ever
but
see
for what reason? I mean, you just can't expect anything to happen that happens, and that can be, a lot of people won't like it for that reason. I can understand why you'll hate this movie, but I I love this kind of shit. I think...
like, if it was done right, it wouldn't be that bad. Like, there was a reason why these vampires were out in, like, the more countryside of England.
It was wrong.
It was randomness after randomness after randomness.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what I just didn't like. It just had the random scenes over and over, and I was just like... There's like these men in black that are after them, and then like the vampires are then going after.
It doesn't become a stupid like cheesy trauma where everybody just starts shooting their guns and popping each other's heads or something.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't go into like Trauma's war territory.
It stays weird and moody and bizarre, and I don't know. Then there's little scenes of deer frolicking in the forest.
Right.
There's just no, So I can't argue with you. You're completely right, but it's just. I liked it.
I don't know, man. This is like in the past year, man. It's one of the worst ones, man. This is. I mean, you've never seen the other one that I had, that Fatty Drives the Bus, and like which that is like it's bad. It's just essentially these people that go on a bus, and Satan needs to fill his quota for the day for souls, and he's like, okay, I'll just take all these people and like try to sign them their souls away in these different ways. And like there's like these like weird arts couple, and there's like this like tourist couple. There's this like young like mother and daughter couple that hate each other, and like it and the devil thing doesn't make sense. It's very like pretentiously made too. I think that's another reason I don't like it. I don't like pretentious like films.
I'll have to bring it my way and see it.
I know you'd probably love it. He'd probably love it. He'd be like, this.
I am a buzzkill.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane. Couldn't stand it. Princess Bride, couldn't stand it. Full Metal Jacket, I'd wipe my butt with. No. This is a good movie for
people who like bad movies, like I do. I don't like this movie. I'd rather watch I got a copy of it, but it's Troll 2. I'd rather go watch this 10,000 times, or even this movie, this was my number 3 last year. Black Devil Doll from Hell. By the way, I think in a month or so, getting its first official release through Rotten Cotton. So check on their site for that. Black Devil Doll from Hell I'd rather watch than watch this. I'd rather watch Chester Naville Turner's opus of Black Devil Doll from Hell.
I don't know. There's something strange about this film, people.
It draws you in.
I can't tell you what it is. Like Zombie Bikers, we watched that one last time. If you watch that, I totally agree with you. Just another bad, shitty, fucking piece of shit movie. There's something weird about this movie that will attract certain people.
Yeah.
Not most of you.
Bad movie aficionados will be attracted to this film. People who like trauma movies will be attracted to this film.
Now, I wouldn't be attracted. I don't like trauma films, but I like that one.
You would like this one.
Yeah.
But like from the cover, like if you pick this up,
it looked like a trauma film from what I saw.
Oh, it didn't. It's nothing like a trauma film.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've seen like a lot of the trauma release films, like ones that they've released, like that Fatty Drives the Bus is a trauma release film. I've seen a lot of trauma.
I like those kind. I like the Thrill Killers. I think it's called. I like The Children. I think it's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
But most trauma films, there's 3 I like. I like Surf Nazis Must Die, I like Toxic Avenger, and I like the first Nukem High. Most of that trauma.
Yeah, but those are trauma movies that they actually made.
Yeah, that's what
that's what I'm saying. This is your first trauma release.
This one's not like it's trauma. This is
trauma release. This is trauma. They bought this one and they released it. There's another couple ones that I have that are really good, like Coon's Night of the Bandit of the Night. That's a really new one. Yeti, a love story, which is a gay love story between a Yeti and a man.
They call them furs, not furs. Bears?
What?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Sorry.
Joke.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of trauma release films that are actually good, but this one, in my opinion, is not. Like, since you like this, if you had to give this, like last time, A being the best, A being the best, F being the worst, I think.
No Z's this time.
No Z's.
Let's just say that I gave Extra an A. I would give that one a B.
Does it be a B, B plus, B minus, or just a B?
I give it a B.
Just a B? Yeah. I gave Biker Zombies not yesterday, but when I reviewed it, a C plus as a bad movie film. That's where we're going in the realm of bad movies. Yeah. In the realm of bad movies, this would probably be a D plus. D plus. This is going into, like, as I said, it goes into deathbed territory with me. this goes into just randomness. Like I don't like.
It's very
random. Like this is. I don't get it. Like I don't get
It's
some
a strange vision.
There's like this whole scene where this guy's like his brother, and it's like evil brother and good brother, and one's a vampire, and one's like a mercenary fighter that's trying to kill this other guy, and you know he's the evil brother because he's wearing a beard. That's how you know he goes to like old Snidely Whiplash territory. I don't know. This movie just upsets me.
Titillated me.
Oh yes. Look at that, excellent. By the way, we
that was fun.
We haven't mentioned the guy who actually made this film, which is John Sorzen, who is a visual artist from such great films as Alien. He's a visual effects artist on, I believe, Dark Crystal. He's also done stuff on, and all these other films that he's done. Like I think it's a good 15 or so that he's done all this great visual effects work for, and it goes to show you that just because you know stuff about films doesn't mean that you can make a movie. That goes back to the old film that I did last year, which was a film called Vicious, which was this like monster type film, which was actually done by one of the makeup teachers that I had at Savini, called Matt Green. And it has Tom Savini mugging at the camera for about 30-40 minutes of the film. Yeah, and it's just terrible, and that goes actually up with that's the like everyone can't be a Stan Winston when it comes to director effects artist, and this is a prime example of that. You know, I don't know if visual art. It's just a visual artist, so I don't know if that means he just did set design. So I'm going to assume that means like also.
Somehow I could put that in a category with strange, cheesy English science fiction movies I've seen. Like Extro is better than this, but this to me is more entertaining or interesting than Alien Prey, but I really like Alien Prey.
Yeah.
Horror Planet would be about the same. There's just this weird kind of flavor of English.
Yeah. See, like I'm very limited on my Alien movies that I like. Like I like that Communion movie that was really good. I like the Extro.
The English ones are weird. They're just strange.
Yeah, and this, I don't know, this one just, to me, just really didn't hit home. And there's like these random CGI aliens.
They are absolutely random.
They're random in there. I guess it's
scream.
They're just screaming aliens. Yeah. I'll probably show pictures of them and pictures of things in this area here. Like last time, you'll see that in the video that I do. So yeah, I don't recommend this movie at all. He recommends it apparently, so if you want to pay the $35 for it, go right ahead.
That's a lot.
Well, I don't recommend it for $35, okay?
Netflix instant.
You find it.
Yeah, if you have Netflix,
then
if you have the instant queue, check it out. I'd rather you go pay that amount of money to go see if you can find a VHS copy of Death Nurse or something. But
I'd rather watch that than Aliens, the movie.
Aliens, yes, or Aliens Resurrection.
All vaginas. It's all vaginas.
Okay.
What's all vaginas?
Aliens.
Geiger.
Geiger. Yeah.
Are there any vaginas in this movie?
I don't think.
You see the lady getting out of the tub. That's all you see.
Kind of cute butt. Yeah.
You see some penis for a second.
Yeah,
any artsy vaginas? Artsy alien vaginas?
No art vaginas.
No.
Wet caves? Any wet caves?
No wet caves.
So anyways, I don't recommend this movie, and that's why it's on my Mr. Rich's 5 more of the worst movies that I own. I'll be back with, what, number 2? No, this is...
Which is?
I can't say.
Okay. Yes, okay.
Alright, no, this is my number 2. This is my number 2. Because number 1 is next time. This is my number 2. I messed that up, so we can do that. Number 2. Alright, so it's been Mr. Rich. Don't see alien blood unless you want to gouge your eyes out.
Yay!